Do you want to learn how to do print on demand the right way? What's going on, guys? I'm Braden Wirtz. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. I continue to over-deliver insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. All right, so today I want to talk to you about how to do print on demand the right way. And there is a right way to do this in a way that you essentially can start making money right off the bat when you do get started and you have your designs. So a lot of people focus so much on the design aspect of print on demand, having the right designs, which is very, very important. You need to have the brand established. You need to have a good logo. You need to have a very good brand feel. But there's a whole other side to it that people ignore, and that's audience. So audience isn't just important for print on demand. It's important for pretty much everything you do, whether you're growing a personal brand, whether you're growing a brick and mortar business, whether you're growing an actual inventory held apparel store. You need to go ahead and have audience and growing your audience as a focus. So one of the best ways I've seen print on demand work is by growing your audience first, and then you'll come out and you'll be testing your designs with that audience. One, you're going to have a much cheaper advertising, and two, you're already going to have an audience built up in that niche. So for example, let's say that you're trying to sell shirts in the dog niche. What you'll want to do is create Facebook groups, Facebook pages, and Instagram pages, but especially Facebook pages with dog lovers, whether it's a certain breed or it could just be dogs as a whole. You'll want to create a Facebook page. And for the first bit, while you're growing the audience, don't do anything having to do with your designs. Have articles for dog lovers, have funny dog videos. Just constantly be putting out free content and free value for the dog lovers to where they're going to want to comment and like your page. Once you have the page built up, now what you can do is occasionally, like every 3 or 4 days, you can put out a post with one of your designs. So you definitely want to go ahead and build up that audience. If you do that, then when you go ahead and you try to advertise to your page, it's going to be incredibly cheap advertising than if you're just going ahead and running it towards complete cold traffic. At least now you've got a set audience built up that every few days you could run a sale, and you've got passionate audience that is going to want to get your designs as long as you have good designs. So then that goes to the other side, the branding and the designs. You need to have this. So I see a lot of people focus so much on getting a good design, and then they'll ignore the branding, or they'll have a good store and not really pay good attention to the designs. Guys, all this comes together, whether it's the brand, the designs, or the audience. You need all three to make this work. So with brand, you want to go ahead and focus on getting a good logo. You want to go ahead and really, really design your store in a way that is congruent with how you make your Facebook pages, how you make the Facebook groups. Everything needs to be congruent to where it all feels like one big brand. And then with the designs, if you're an artist, great. Then you can go ahead and do them yourself. If you're not an artist, I see people are starting to get really tired of kind of the cheap, just Photoshop designs. So, I would recommend going and hiring someone off of Fiverr. That's what I've done. I've hired people off of Fiverr. They've made insanely good designs for my drop shipping store. This was actually for a store that was mostly drop shipping, but I incorporated print on demand as well. They did a great job. So if you can do amazing designs, do that. But people are starting to kind of move away from the cheap print on demand designs. You want to go ahead and actually have really good designs. And what you'll do essentially is, if you have that audience already built up, like what I recommend, every few days you'll go ahead and put out a post and just see people's engagement, what they think about the product, and that'll gauge if it's a good design or not. What's great about it is if you have the audience already built up, it's like your test group. So now when you push out a certain shirt or a certain hat or something like that, you could have quite a few people buy it just based off of almost an initial test. And then you can go ahead and market to the page itself. Then you can go ahead, and if it's a really good product that people on your page like, then you'd want to go ahead and run ads to completely cold traffic, like I've talked about in other videos, like where you scale horizontally and then scale vertically. But guys, print on demand is a business model that if you do it the right way and you do have good designs, can be very, very profitable. Your profit margins are insanely good with print on demand if you do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way and you're constantly trying to find your winning product and find an audience, essentially, your margins are going to be very low. That's why the key to this is building up that audience. And it doesn't just go for print on demand. If you want to have an actually inventory held apparel store, you want to go ahead and build up that audience. You want to go ahead and establish that first, get an audience built, an actual fan base built, and then go ahead and launch. That's the best way to do it. And then you'll come out of the gate rolling. And so definitely go ahead and give that a shot if you're thinking about print on demand. Print on demand is a great business model, and I do believe that there's a lot of opportunity in this space, and I don't see too many people doing it right. So if you're interested in it, definitely give it a shot. But I hope you found insane value in this video. I continue to over deliver insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Leave me a like on this video, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and leave in the comments, if you do print on demand, if you do print on demand just with your drop shipping store, if you have an all print on demand store, I'd love to talk to you about it. But keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.